Hello, today we'll be talking about the PI3K pathway. PI3K stands for phosphatidylinositol 3 kinase. Normally, the PI3K pathway will activate AKT, which is involved in cell growth.
Firstly, PI3K is activated after a ligand binds. This binds to an RTK or a receptor tyrosine kinase. The ligand can either be a growth factor or a cytokine hormone. PI3K is a lipid kinase. That means it adds phosphates onto something. After activated by the ligand, PI3K adds a phosphate to PIP2 to change it into PIP3.
The phosphorylation of PIP2 to PIP3 requires ATP. PIP3 will then activate AKT, which is involved in the cell cycle and apoptosis. When AKT is activated, the cell cycle is activated and new cells will be made.
In addition to a ligand binding to a receptor tyrosine kinase, PI3K can also be activated by RAS.
Now we will talk about some regulatory components involved in the PI3K pathway. First, we'll talk about GAP, which is something that we previously discussed in this class. GAP changes RAS GTP to RAS GDP. If GAP is mutated, there will be nothing to change RAS GTP to RAS GDP, meaning that PI3K will always be activated.
Another component called PTEN is a phosphatase, just like GAP. It takes a phosphate off of PIP3 and changes it back to PIP2. If PIP3 cannot go back to PIP2, AKT will always be activated, and this can lead to cancer. And now we have a quick clip from Jeopardy that we all created to help give a little bit more information about the PI3K pathway. You guys want to introduce yourself a little bit?
Hi, I'm Bianca.
I'm Brianna.
Bianca, your choice.
Can I get PI3K pathway for 500, please?
PI3K can be activated by...
What is RAS?
RAS.
Brianna.
Can I do mutations in PI3K for 500?
The mutation in PI3CA is known to blank in blank different regions.
What is cluster in 2 different regions?
Bianca.
Can I do regulatory components for 500, please?
The type of ligands that can bind in order to activate PI3K are blank, blank, or blank, blank.
What is growth factors or cytokine hormones?
That is correct. Brianna.
Can I do PIP3/AKT for 400?
AKT regulates blank.
What is the cell cycle?
She is correct. Now let's take a look at the score. You were lagging behind on that last question, but now you're up by 100.
Can I get mutations in PI3K for 400, please?
A mutation in this subunit of PI3K is one cause of cancer.
What is PIK3CA?
It's final factile time, and this question is for PI3 kinase pathway. That's the category. You guys can just, what do you want to bet? PI3K has what type of control, positive or negative, and what is it in its mutated form?
What is positive oncogene?
Yes, PI3K has positive control over things. As an oncogene, it results in uncontrolled cell growth due to the continuous activation of AKT. So Bianca got 200 points, and she is the winner of today's Jeopardy.
Thank you.
Now let's talk about PI3K and cancer. PI3K has 2 subunits. In one of these subunits, PIK3CA, the DNA is altered, mutated, or also known as changed. This is usually within 2 regions or clusters of the gene. This causes most of breast cancer, and within a cell, in the cellular level, it causes uncontrolled cell growth and unusual cell survival.